What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran. We're going back to the Rio Deluxe Edition again. We're going to listen to a tune, a remix of a tune that I did already react to, although there's three different, I think like four different versions of it. Is it three or four? I think it's three. But yeah, we're going to listen to Hold Back the Rain. I reacted to the US album remix when I reacted to that tune. There's the original as well, which I have also listened to from the UK album, I mean. But we're going to listen to the Carnival remix, which is included on the versions and mixes section of the second disc here. Once again, shout out to this awesome release. Very happy to have it. And, you know, it does go back to Rio in the sense that the first reaction of Duran Duran I did was to Hungry Like the Wolf on my vinyl copy of the US version of the release. But I'm very happy to have this, you know, expanded version of the album with both the original UK album, the US mixes, the rarities, the singles, the B-sides, and so on. And once again, shout out to the classic artwork and the photos and the release here. But yeah, we're going to listen to Hold Back the Rain, the Carnival remix. I noticed it is a few minutes longer than the original or the US remix, so we'll get it started quick. But you know, when I did the reaction to the US remix, I wasn't fully remembering. I think someone had mentioned it in the comments, probably even more than one person. But in the moment, I didn't remember that it was sort of written to John Taylor as a, you know, sort of a plea for him to kind of keep things in moderation and balance and to not let the storm of his, you know, let's say personal vices consume him. Perhaps vice is the wrong word. I feel like there's like judgment and sort of, you know, connotations in that I'm not particularly keen on. But ultimately, you know, his struggles with addiction, which, you know, I listen to a lot of different bands where that has been an issue for one or more of the members over time. I think, you know, a lot of people who know about Depeche Mode will know that Dave Gahan and even Martin Gore have struggled with issues. I listen to some punk bands where, you know, some of their members dealt with addiction issues for, you know, a few years or even longer. So, yeah, I think it's interesting in the way in which, you know, lyrics, whether they're written by the person who's dealing with it or by someone in their life who values them and, you know, appreciates their contributions both personally and professionally, if it's written to someone or about someone. And in fact, I think someone said the lyrics to this were like shoved under JT's door when they were like on tour somewhere or whatever. So yeah, I think it's a very powerful thing, and it's indicative of music that is written with deep meaning, no matter what else might happen once it gets to the listener's brain, which I always mention. You know, of course, people's own subjective experiences and maybe their own relation to addiction, whether personally or someone they've known in their family or whatever. But yeah, obviously it's a song that has a lot of power, you know, before it even gets to the second half of that conversation. So I do very much enjoy the lyrics, and this time I made a point to listen to the original so that when I hear the Carnival remix here, I have a bit more to work on to contrast it, which is to say, I just did a reaction to New Religion, the Manchester Square demo, and when I did that, or no, sorry, it wasn't New Religion, it was Last Chance on the Stairway, I apologize. But yeah, when I did that, I was like, wait, I hadn't just listened to the original mix, so now I'm not sure, is that in the intro of the original, and so on. But this time I did listen to the UK original of Hold Back the Rain, so let's get to it. This is the Carnival mix of Hold Back the Rain, included on the second disc of this Duran Duran Deluxe Edition of Rio, on the second disc, and listed under the version and mixes category, as I said. So here we go, Hold Back the Rain, the Carnival remix by Duran Duran. I love that intro. I should have mentioned, like, when I just listened to the original, the synth work like really stood out. There's a lot of great synth work in the original. But right now, my first thought is the guitar. It doesn't cry Mary. Both though, right? It's the guitar, but it's also the synth work, the bass underneath it. Tell me I haven't changed at all, but I don't feel the same. And I bet you've had that feeling too. You can Yeah, the guitar and the bass are standing out a little more than the synth work here. I love the way he does that. It's sort of deep and also like a bit of attitude the way he delivers that. Love that kick roll. That line about, we're back on the road again. I think for a lot of these people who deal with these issues in groups, that's part of it, right? Like, you're away from home, you're traveling, like, sort of demands of performing all the time. Some people just need a release. So that high kind of like squinchy sort of metallic synth is there, but the guitar is like commanding our attention. It's such a good song. Layered vocals. Please, oh please, hold back the rage. I'm asking you. I love it. And again, it's like synth pop, synth rock. It's got both flavors. That guitar riff, it just sounds like Duran from this era. And it's funny because like the vocals in this section are almost like kind of hallucinatory or psychedelic. And then back into the sort of the clean. That's something to say after. There's so many things to love about Duran Duran, but one of the main ones for me is Simon singing. Oh, listen to that rich sound. Melodic synth work, the guitar kind of wailing away, the bass popping underneath. drums doing work too. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, you know, I know that line about like the clouds scattering. It's not quite the same as the, you know, a lot of the light and dark and.
Hello, this is Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran, and I'm standing here on a cold and frosty London winter morning, and I'm wishing you a very happy and warm Christmas.
Thank you, Simon. It's August, but I will take that well wish in advance and return it to you, sir. And once again, your singing is remarkable, and your lyrics. And as I was trying to say, or was in the process of saying, yeah, it's not the same as some of his lyrics, which I've noticed more and more about, you know, light and the absence of it, and sort of, you know, objects in the way of light casting shadows, and how that can be used as a metaphor in a number of different ways. But again, the idea of seeing issues of addiction and sort of like personal demons, if you will, as like gathered clouds which, you know, block out the sky and prevent light from penetrating, which can, you know, radiate and be warm upon your face and indicate, you know, a perhaps better psycho-emotional place. I think the use of those lyrics and that line in particular, it's getting at some of the same sort of like visual and chromatic expression that you find in Simon's lyrics. I'm noticing more and more. So once again, shout out to his songwriting and his sort of lyrical poetry, as well as his golden metallic voice. Shout out to all the other guys. Honestly, that was a really cool mix. Again, it felt a little more like rock kind of oriented, whereas the original, the synth, stood out to me a bit more. Let me know if you agree or if you have a different take. But I do enjoy the extended nature of it. I like that it's a few minutes longer. So yeah, let me know what you think. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching. And I did want to give a shout out to all the people who have said in one way or another that, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Like, you know, we appreciate the way you do the videos. So even if there's a moment where you might talk over a line or something, you know, it's just part and parcel to the way you do it. And I want to again reassure you all that I do listen to the tracks in a very like immersive way with headphones on after I do these reactions. And also shout out to some other people who have just given me like different kind of compliments in terms of, you know, appreciating the way I think about lyrics, or, you know, just sort of like the presence on camera and so on. It really does mean a lot. So yeah, cheers to all of you. You know who you are, and just to others who are watching too. I appreciate everyone who has found this channel. It's gone beyond what I ever thought it might be, and it is turned into this sort of group celebration of different groups, different albums, different songs, and so on. So yeah, big ups to all of you. I will see you next time. Peace.